Hangman Adam Page returned on Dynamite to face Jeff Jarrett in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Which one will face Jay White in round 2?
And Britt Baker is back. DMD cut an all-timer promo. Did she just say what we're all thinking?
In the semifinals of the women's half of the Owen Hart tournament, could Willow Nightingale beat her ex-best friend Chris Statlander? All that more in this week's episode of Grapple-Sauce. Hit it, Dave.
Hey, Daver here. Welcome to the show.
Hey, this guy's Chad.
Chandler's back as well. Happy 4th of July to all our American videos, and happy work day to all our other viewers. Yeah, USA, USA, USA. I never have patriotism except for today, baby. How we doing?
We're doing great.
Not bad.
Happy birthday, America. We might have witnessed one of the best episodes of Dynamite in a long time. They threw a lot at us, a lot of good booking, a lot of surprises, I guess you'd say. Good matches. Yeah, all around, really loved it. Had that big return. Hangman Adam Page, he is back, baby. New theme. Yeah, new entrance theme, new demeanor, angry, focused. Ooh, man, yeah. Can't believe it.
Vicious in the ring.
Yeah. And we got Britt Baker, probably one of the best promos I've seen in a while. It was from the heart. She told us all about what she went through. Nobody had any idea what was going on with her, but man, oh man, good to have her back and good to have her healthy. Am I right?
Oh yeah. Guess who's a big fan of Britt Baker now, guys?
That guy.
Dude, rightfully so, man. I've mentioned it many times how I was clamoring for her to come back. She looks great, super in shape, those abs.
Yeah, and wow, like right out of the gate, just compelling emotional stuff. Like immediately hooked. Well, I want to see her beat the snot out of Monet.
Reminded me a lot of that Kenny Omega promo that he cut when he came back a month or two ago. But just cut straight from the heart, telling us how it is, and then teasing a feud for the future, which, I mean, seems like this Britt Baker one will happen at All In, and Kenny Omega will happen indefinitely sometimes. So,
yeah. Then we got MJF, man, going all in on the heel persona, man.
I thought Pac was the bastard around here, guys. What's going on?
He broke my heart. I don't know how I didn't see that coming, man. I was kind of like, I bought into that weird, like, sort of tweener, kind of cool, kind of happy guy. When he did that, I was just like, oh.
Well, I thought it was just gonna be he did a kind of a soft low blow, but I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like a comedic MJF heel turn, right? He's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fulfilled his promise of his return promo, didn't he?
Yeah.
Finally,
the hate came out.
This weird
no friendships.
This weird face turn is over, and I could sit here and be like, what was the booking? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever. He's heel now, all right? Let's just accept it and move on. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, it seems like they're really embracing like these dark, vicious heels now. Like Adam Page, not really a heel. Like I was kind of talking about Dave. It was more like, oh, hear me out. He's more like he's the face who's just like had the good beat out of him. There's like he's not like embracing like, yeah, I'm a bad guy. Fuck you guys. He's just like, there's nothing left in me. I'm just dead inside.
Maybe if the end of that Jeff Jarrett match, I mean, come on, he hit him with the buckshot. He won, and then he punched him, and then he hit him with a dead eye. So
he's got some issues to work out.
If he just buckshot pinned him, win, and then did the Young Bucks promo, I'd agree with you. But I'm on the no, I think he's a heel. I think he's a heel.
Okay.
Dude, Hangman is taking that belt at All In.
No. Swerve's gotta take it to Wrestle Dream. It's literally in Tacoma.
Oh, man.
What if Brian does that? Rumor has it that could be his final match as a full-time wrestler.
Hey, what if Jay White takes it, guys? We're all kind of forgetting about him. There is one more match to happen.
That would be the biggest swerve
when we drive.
Oh, man. The funny thing is, Swerve created Hangman, the Hangman that we're seeing. He created that monster.
Swerve wasn't in this episode at all, but his fingerprints were all over it. It was amazing. Like he's relevant even when he's not there. Like he's like Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite things about that Jeff Jarrett Hangman match was they were still chanting Swerve's house throughout the Hangman match just because they knew it got under his skin. It's great.
Yeah, man, oh man. But yeah, loved the whole episode. I think I think that was probably the best one of the year for sure. Best in a long time. The main event was good, but what happened after the main event is really what got me riled up. But yeah, you guys want to get right into it?
Yeah, let's do the thing.
Cool. All right. We started off with Daniel Garcia with a little backstage promo. Basically, he respects Will Ospreay, but he's going to win the international title. And he promises on his mother's life. MJF walks up. He says he wants to be in his corner. Daddy Magic tells MJF, I'm all right with you. And they shake hands. So
yeah.
Yeah. After that, we get our long-awaited Bryan Danielson versus Pac Owen Hart Cup tournament semifinal match. Danielson's all taped up, coming off his violent match against Takagi at Forbidden Door. At one point, Pac does a little backflip into a drop kick, and Danielson has this look on his face like stunned. I really got a kick out of that. Both men end up cross-bodying each other, and they both go down. Man, the crowd was super hot for this all night, honestly, from Chicago. Pac moonsaults on Danielson from the apron to the floor, then gets Danielson in the brutalizer, but Danielson gets to the ropes. Pac mocks Danielson with a little bit of that and some kicks. Danielson, or actually Pac elbow drops Danielson from the barricade on the floor. And then he gets in the ring and elbow drops Danielson and then gives him a tombstone pile driver. Covers him twice. Danielson kicks out both times. Danielson and Pac gets Pac in the label lock, but Pac gets the rope break. Pac hits Danielson with a sheer drop avalanche brainbuster, covers him, but Danielson kicks out at 2. Pac misses a black arrow. Danielson hits Pac with a Busaiku knee, but he can't capitalize. Pac counters a cover into a brutalizer. Danielson counters a brutalizer into a cover. They have a back and forth pin, cover, but Danielson gets the best of him, gets that little surprise 1, 2, 3 out of that. Danielson advances. I had no idea who was going to win this.
Right?
Yeah, I know I've been talking up Pac v Ospreay, and obviously that's not happening anymore because Ospreay lost, but Pac still got to do something cool at All In, right? Because
Ricochet.
Maybe that'd be good. But I like this match. It's hard for these two not to have a good match, but it wasn't like the craziest match. It was like not even the best match on the night. It was like the fourth best match of the night, which is weird. It's Pac versus Bryan Danielson, and it's the fourth best match of the night. But it was still really good. I like you said, I loved that Pac countering that one cover to the brutalizer. That was really slick. And then all the roll ups at the end looked really good, but I was kind of disappointed that another Owen Hart tournament match ended in a roll up. Like, this is kind of reminded me of the C2, where like one match a week or one match a show would end in a roll up. And I was kind of like, like I get it. They got to protect these guys, but still, it's not how I would do them all. And then it kind of messed with the next match because the next match also ended in a roll up, but I felt like that one was a lot better. If y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved Pac doing a simple elbow drop. The elbow drop doesn't always look super impactful, you know, but like his was like, it looked like stiff. It looked great. And, you know, for him, it was probably like, well, usually I do like 6 or 7 flips before I land into something like that. So it was probably easy for him, but I appreciated how just like awesome that really such a simple move made him look, he made look. And I actually liked the sequence at the end because it felt like they were just going for it. Like they were fighting, and this is just the only way I can beat you because it felt like they were just in the mud.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a good sequence. I was just disappointed that that's how it ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Pac has introduced the elbow drop. That's probably last 2 matches. I've never seen him do that before. Really like that. And I really got a kick out of Pac taunting Danielson with the yes. And I'm sure you kind of remember it, Chad. Maybe not you, Chandler, but remember Pac when he would come in from his entrance, he would go to the corner and fake like he was gonna get up there and like do something.
Yeah.
He did it. He actually did it this time.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, man. Like he's faked that 100 times in the past, you know. Yeah, I thought that was weird. I was like, oh, what? He actually like did it. So that was kind of weird. But yeah, it was uh a good match, but I'll agree with you. It was not the best match of the night, Chandler.
And that's a good thing because it was
Yeah.
a great Dynamite. So
Yeah, we were eating good.
we were spoiled.
Yeah. Yep. Um, but yeah, after that, we got a Willow promo. Basically, smiling is her mantra. She looks on the bright side, and she's going to be the first 2-time Owen Hart Cup winner. She's going to kick Statlander's butt, and nothing matters. Smile anyway. Yeah, I like her attitude. I'm going to be crushed one day when she turns heel.
I thought just back up. I thought that was a fantastic promo from Willow. By the way,
Yeah.
like I was just like, man, she really is one of the best women on the roster right now. And I was just like, why'd they take that title off of her, man? Like I know Monet is the big ticket draw, I guess, but still, it's like, just why?
Yeah, I'm feeling the same. And honestly, because I thought it was such a good promo, I thought this was like almost her stand tall moment. I was convinced that she was gonna lose.
Oh, me
Spoilers.
too. Me
And
too.
like I think the end of that match shocked me more than anything on the episode, full of amazing stuff and really cool surprises and twists and turns.
Hmm.
Yeah. This whole freaking episode was all about swerving us, man. Like we didn't know what was going to happen, which is keeps
Man,
us
it's
coming back for more.
crazy that we had so many swerves without the guy named Swerve on the show.
I
Did it.
know, I know, I know.
We can go home,
Uh,
guys.
yeah.
All right. Elbow drop, power bomb.
Comment.
Comment. Bye. After that, we got a recap of the TNT title ladder match with Jack Perry winning.
My theory was right. My theory was right. Because did you watch the package? It like ended with, yeah, Briscoe's gonna do it. Briscoe's that nasty heel. Jack
Yeah.
Perry won. Like that's not how the crowd was at all.
Yeah. Little revisionist history there.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny.
Takeshita.
Mhm.
But Takeshita.
Yeah, where was he? Where was he on the show? When is he returning?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, at one point, Tony Khan, Tony Schiavone says Tony Khan has a big announcement from Jacksonville. He's gonna reveal the first. They weren't really clear on this, but the first Team AEW Blood and Guts member, I guess, is what it ended up
Yeah.
being.
I have a bad feeling about the Blood and Guts, and it might be my fault. I might have gotten myself too hyped. I think Team AEW is going to be a little mid-cardy.
Junior varsity, right?
Huh?
JV squad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, what the? Yeah.
I was like, those guys aren't even in AEW. Well, I guess Griff still is.
So like, look. I like all of the guys that are in that segment coming up that you're about to talk about, but it's like, I think all of us were like, it'll be Swerve, it'll be Osprey, it'll be MJF, but this was before Moxley. Like we're going out all of these big names, but they're
if it's the
probably not.
Acclaimed, I'm gonna fucking be pissed.
I think it's okay. So I'm gonna say it's Briscoe, O'Reilly, the Acclaimed, and Orange Cassidy. Those are my 5 people I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's mid.
Yeah. So I guess that's also, you don't want to have like Swerve and Osprey and all your main eventers lose if this isn't where the feud is ending. So maybe the feud just isn't ending at Blood and Guts. Maybe it's going till All Out or World's End.
Yeah.
Are they going to drag this out to World's End?
I mean, if it makes World's End good, hopefully. Ooh, take that, World's End.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, that one was real crap last year.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about World's End. That was the end of December, and if they do it the same way, they've got that New Japan Wrestle Dynasty 5 days later.
I mean, I can look up. They've announced all the dates for the rest of the pay-per-views for the year, so I'll look up when World's End 2024 is. Will you talk about the next segment, Dave?
Yeah, I felt like that might have been a little too close.
It's December 28th, so it's a week away.
Yeah, wow. But yeah, we get Mark Briscoe in the ring. We get Dem Boy's chants. He says, "They all call me chicken, but don't get it twisted. I ain't scared of shit." He says Jack Perry won, but he's not worried about last week. He's worried about Shark Week. He thinks about blood and guts. And he declared himself Team AEW for Blood and Guts. At this point, Jack Perry attacks him, hits him with the TNT title. Mark Briscoe is down. Kyle O'Reilly tries to make the save, but Okada gives him a Rainmaker from hell, dude. I don't think that went right. Like, especially with his neck issues, like it was right on his neck.
It was rough. It was rough to watch.
It was bad. Then the Young Bucks give Mark Briscoe the EVP trigger, and they all hold up their titles. Then the Acclaimed run out, and the Elite scatter. Yeah, like we were talking about. I like Briscoe being in it, but yeah, I wanted the freaking top names: Swerve, Moxley. MJF wouldn't make sense anymore, would he?
This was before he turned heel. This was before.
Will Ospreay.
Yeah,
would be a good fit.
But the Elite must be winning this one, so that's why they're not stuffing it with the main eventers. You know?
Yeah.
We're not there yet, I guess.
Yeah, I think maybe they're treading water until Kenny comes back. I feel like he's kind of the linchpin of that whole story.
Maybe they would have had it been like, that's where they were like, we're just gonna do it and we'll wait a little bit, because if Kenny Omega was back in time, then they'd be like, it's Kenny, it's Osprey, it's Swerve, it's Moxley, it's blah. And now that it's like, oh, he's not back yet, we'll just have like Briscoe, the Acclaimed, Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, at least we'll get the whole conglomeration in there.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. That'll be a fun promo when they all are like together, the Acclaimed and the conglomeration.
Yep. But yeah, yeah, you're right, Chad. They're the Elite's winning this, or they would have put everyone in there. Um, yeah. After that, we get a Tony Storm, Mariah May promo. They're drowned it out by the Elite getting booed, I believe. It was really loud. They probably could have did a little better on that production value on that. But Tony says Sheeta is dangerous, but she'll have the women's world champion, Mariah May, that is. She'll have the women's world champion in her corner and Mina Shirakawa watching via satellite. She says Mariah May will digest thunder and defecate lightning, and there's not a damn thing that can stop her. Tony tells Mariah to say the line, chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
So this was where the
Uh,
one thing that really annoyed me about this episode came from. The semifinals on Rampage.
That's fair.
Why? What women's match is scheduled for Collision that you can't just put this on? Like, I know it's like, what's the difference, right? But the men aren't on Rampage, so why do the women have to be on Rampage? If we're crowning, which we might not be, but if we're crowning Mariah May at All In, which we should,
You should actually get to see some of the matches.
yeah. So
yeah.
that really annoyed me, and I'm like, just put it on Collision, please. You're putting Hangman and Jay White on Collision. Why can't you put this on Collision?
Willow and Deeb were on Rampage too.
Yeah. None of the men were.
Nope. I mean, I guess some could say, oh, they're trying to make Rampage more attractive, but that's not it.
Then put you should have put Danielson and Pac on Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a
Yeah.
big match.
Oh man, I would actually watch the Rampage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're making so many improvements to the women division, but yet so many things are still the same.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's the one thing that annoyed me about this episode, right? Wasn't anything a wrestler did, wasn't any like match ending, because like everything else was fine, or great. It was just, why is that on Rampage? It's the semifinal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, after that we get our Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale match. Let's see, semifinal match for the Owen Hart Cup tournament, women's side. They brawl on the ramp because Statlander attacks Willow on her way to the ring. Uh, Willow pounces Statlander down the ramp. The crowd goes crazy for that. Freaking awesome. Willow gives Statlander a snap suplex on the floor. The bell finally rings, and Willow just punishes Statlander. Willow cannonballs Statlander on the floor. Willow Nightingale lariats Statlander in the ring, covers her for 2. Statlander comes back and axe kicks Willow, then a German suplex. Willow then gives Statlander an avalanche German suplex. Statlander gives Willow an F5 and covers Willow for a 2 count. Stokely puts a chain on the apron while the ref isn't looking. Statlander grabs it, and Stokely gets on the apron to distract the ref. Statlander goes to hit Willow with the chain, but Willow moves and almost hits Stokely. Willow gets Statlander in a surprise roll up for the win, and she books it out of the ring. Yeah, this one worked. It worked.
Yeah. I think this one was my favorite match on the night. Definitely just kind of because, not just kind of because, but Willow getting that surprise win is really cool. I loved how it started. You had Chris Stanton like, whatever, I'm gonna do the cheap thing and come beat you up. But Willow's a smart baby face. She was like, oh hey, I'm gonna kick your ass, and she got that excellent pounce down the ramp. That was excellent. I loved her. Willow hit a cannonball off the apron. I thought that was really cool. And then the F5 that Statlander did to Willow, ooh, that was awesome. I want her to start doing that more if she doesn't already. So, and then this roll up, like worked because she was gonna go hit Stokely or she was gonna hit Willow, and then Willow ducked. She was distracted by the fact that she almost knocked Stokely out, and then Willow just took advantage of that and won. So it was Willow taking advantage of the fact that Chris Statlander was willing to cheat, and I really loved this match. I thought the action was really great. It told a good story, and I don't think this is done yet because it wasn't a conclusive win. So that means we get more Willow Chris. Maybe Chris interferes in the match on Dynamite with her and Mariah May, and that's why Willow loses, and that's how you get Willow and Chris at All In, hopefully. So,
I hope so. Yeah, no, this has like beginning of the feud, not like that's definitely not a blow off feel to me. Like Stat is a beast. She's a beast, but Willow ain't no joke. She outbeasted her. It was great. Like she was just as violent and vicious. It was perfect.
Yeah, man, I love Willow Nightingale. She really, I don't know, she really proved herself to me in the Mercedes Moné feud. In that match, she became a star that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm loving it. I feel you though. This has got to be just the beginning of this feud. And think about it. We've got 3 really cool women's stories going on all at the same time. We
Yeah.
got the Mariah May Tony. What's going to happen with that? We got the Willow Statlander, the Britt Baker Monet. Like,
Yeah, they all got a decent
not
amount of
bad.
TV time. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Spread throughout the
Yep.
show, not just in a women's block.
Yeah.
Yeah, the women's block.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jericho could have had more TV time, but I thought it was pretty good. Oh, are you guys ready for a crazy reveal?
Do it.
I liked Jericho on this episode.
I did too.
We'll get into it later, but I liked
We
him.
might have different reasons why, but
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We'll get there. After that, we get a Jeff Jarrett backstage promo. This is an emotional match. Renee asks how he's been able to prepare, and he just walks away. Jay Lethal says, we've never seen Double J more prepared for anything more in his life. Tonight is about honoring one of his best buddies, Owen Hart. Jeff Jarrett really poured his heart out in that Collision interview promo, and I really respect him. I'm just I say it all the time, but every time he wrestles, like, thank you for me being able to see Jeff Jarrett
Right?
wrestling. He's still sharp, man. Like, he's got it still,
Yeah.
like, more than Jericho.
I think Hangman Jarrett was my second favorite match of the night. I thought that was a really good match, both for seeing this new Hangman character and kind of seeing like not to be dark, but Jarrett's last stand at a big push, and they didn't really like advertise it as that, but that's how it felt. This is Jarrett's kind of last shot at a big time win. So.
Yeah, no, and he did some like subtle changes. Like his hair was a little different. The way he came out, like he usually kind of a little smarmy and grinny, but like he was super focused and serious. Like it was just enough like character change to be like, oh no, I'm invested. And then like, when he had that one hope spot when he hit the what's it called, the
sharpshooter?
No, on the apron.
The stroke.
The stroke, yeah. It was like I kind of bought it for a minute. I was like, "Oh my god, could he do this?"
Mm-hmm.
It was front to back like the perfect story for the night. I was really into it.
Yeah, Hangman was a great heel. Jarrett was a great baby face, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
So close.
Cool. Yeah. After that, we got Tony Schiavone introducing Britt Baker for a all-timer promo from the heart. Man. She says, damn, I missed you guys. We all have 3 things: a past, a present, and a future. She says, our past is a lesson, our present is a gift, and our future is our motivation. People have been asking, where's Britt? And the answer was, she's injured. But it would take more than a couple herniated discs and a torn hip labrum to keep her away from this place. She kept telling herself she was fine until one day she felt dizzy, her vision went blurry, and her left arm was tingling and numb. She told herself that she was not good. She tried to open a bottle of water, but she couldn't. The doctors told her she basically had a mini stroke. Wow, scary. She told herself, uh, Britt, you're not fine. Uh, she let Tony Khan know what was going on and she needed to stay home and get herself right. And Tony Khan said, okay, let me know when you're good. Uh, she then said she jumped to the present. She's here, she's cleared, and she's healthy. But she was nervous that no one caring about her when she came through the tunnel at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, but the fans chanted DMD, and she thanks them for that. She needed pro wrestling, and she needed all elite wrestling. She then moves on to the future and says, when you're going through a hard time, go through that shit. Be present and feel all of it. Because if you do, it's going to make it that much better when you get to the other side. And you will. You all will. Because we all possess the impulse to be elite. She brings up Mercedes Monet and mocks her for not giving her uh, blood, sweat, and tears to build AEW from the ground up, not earning her CEO moniker by studying for 10 years and manipulating her fan base into chanting CEO by piping it into her entrance music. Ooh. Oh, God, I love it. Let's see. Mercedes Monet pulls up outside, and the Young Bucks congratulate her and say that her double championship celebration is ready to go and tells the ring crew to clear the ring. The ring crew bring out balloons, and Mercedes Monet comes out while Britt Baker is still in the ring. Britt Baker didn't go anywhere. The crowd chants DMD. Uh, Monet starts talking. The crowd chants, "Shut the fuck up." Uh, Britt calls out Mercedes for a match at All In, and Britt said while she was wrestling it All In, Mercedes looked like a broke bitch. Uh,
with a broke leg.
with a broke leg. Monet tells her to get in line, and Britt says, "Bitch, what line?"
That was
Apparently, that
funny.
was some kind of like reference to something in WWE. I don't know. Uh, let's see. Mercedes says there's a price to pay when you mess with Mercedes Monet. Man, oh man, this feud is gonna be white hot. Like, good lord.
Oh, already
The
is.
I think one
God,
half of it's pretty white hot.
yeah,
Fair.
I think
yeah.
I
Fair.
hate to say it, even though Monet's heel, she still delivers her promos like she's scared and nervous, which I mean she can be, right? Because I'm sure getting in front of a crowd is really hard, but you're also getting paid millions and millions of dollars. So maybe you should spend that on acting school. But Britt Baker was fantastic. I thought she delivered like the first part where it was all sincere about where she's been, what she's been up to, her recovery. I thought that was excellent. And then her switching over to Monet and even saying that crowd chant line. Oh, that's when I was like, oh, this is a great promo. This is an all
Yeah.
timer.
Yeah. Eviscerated her.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it felt like Britt was on another level. And how is that? Like the big star from the movies and WWE. And she just didn't feel like she had an answer.
It doesn't matter that she has 2 belts because the other lady in the ring kind of tore her apart. Like,
Yeah.
made her look like crap. But I did like how the Bucks basically cut her off and were like, it's time for Monet's title ceremony. So Britt Baker, just leave. And then
Yeah.
I honestly thought Britt Baker would leave, but I liked how she didn't move. I thought that was
Uh-huh.
a great little touch to all of this. And Britt Baker being like, "Oh, so you're trying to upstage me because I upstaged you? I don't care." Like, oh, it was so great.
Yeah, no, the way she delivered it, and it was just like, oh yeah, no, this is all the stuff I've been sort of annoyed and worried about Monet, and wow, she said all of the things, and it felt real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I love Britt Baker. She's so great. She hasn't been a face in a long time either. Like maybe the first like 6 months of
Yeah,
AEW, and then she turned heel, and then she was heel for pretty much all the rest. So, yeah, they made the right move. Uh, she made Monet look like a chump,
yeah,
dude. Like, what does that mean? Like back to back, we got Stephanie Vaquer making Monet look like a chump. We got Britt Baker making Monet look like a chump. Like, ugh, I don't think she's worth it.
In that match at Double or Nothing, Willow was the best part.
yeah.
Like, Willow was the most entertaining part of that match. Sure, Monet bumped, but still, like, and at least all of these big three kind of promos or whatever, like the Willow match, Willow was better. The Vaquer match, Vaquer was better. And then even now, Britt Baker eviscerated her. So I don't think she's worth it, Bob.
Yeah, no, I hope yeah, I hope they're able to probably get that title off of her because like sorry, Britt's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really disappointed when Britt Baker loses at Wembley.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real upset.
Man, I want Britt to be the first woman to win the TBS and the Women's World Championship. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it'll work for her, brother.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm kind of telling myself that this is like long-term booking leading to Willow taking those two belts off of her.
That'd be cool.
But like how long term, right? Like all out long term, Wrestle Dream long term, Full Gear long term. Like how long am I gonna wait?
Yeah.
World's End.
Yeah.
Next year's All In.
Oh no. But yeah, great promo. Monet looked like a loser. The crowd turned on her. Really
She
good
got
stuff.
Brandy Rhodes chants like to shut the fuck up. Like I think of Brandy Rhodes when I hear that
Yeah,
chant, and I'm
yeah.
like shocked when I hear it for anyone else.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, after that, we got a recap of Swerve versus Will Ospreay. Then we get a backstage Will Ospreay segment. Don Callis walks up. Will says, "It's my fault. I don't think I'm that guy anymore." Uh, he said he owes Don Callis for his match with Kenny Omega, his match with Jericho, and he wants out of the Don Callis family. Oh, Don says he's happy to do him a favor, hugs him, but he may ask Osprey for a favor one day. And oh yeah, Kyle Fletcher was there too, and he's like, "All right, Kyle, come on." And he looked really conflicted.
Two quick things. One, I love Humble Osprey. Like I thought it was a great promo he cut here where he was like, "It was my fault, bro. I'm the one who hit the referee, bro. I'm sorry, bro." And then what's that favor gonna be? I have a theory. I have two theories. Theory one, it gets forgotten because a lot of these stuffs kind of
Yeah.
get forgotten. Whereas I really don't want this to be forgotten. Theory two is what if? Because Don Callis is kind of in bed with the Bucks. Like every heel on the roster is kind of in bed with the EVPs. What if Will Ospreay's the fifth man brother for the Elite?
Ooh.
And he has to, because it's yeah, you can go out of the Don Callis family, but you have to fight for the Elite at Blood and Guts.
That'd be cool.
Like I know
Damn,
that's
good.
pure fantasy booking, but wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah. Or they conveniently forget about it until Osprey finally picks up the world title. That it's like Takeshita gets a shot.
Maybe.
Ooh,
Wait, is the Takeshita in the bank concept I had a long time ago? Where
Yeah.
anytime, anywhere, Takeshita gets to fight for the world title.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I'm cashing in
Yes.
Takeshita.
Takeshita in
I'm
the
a
bank. Go, 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 go.
Takeshi in the bank. I love it. That is so good. But yeah, we'll have to see what that favor is down the line. I don't think they're gonna forget it. They don't forget a lot of little things like that. Like
I hope they don't.
uh
That was snarky. I really hope they don't because I'm actually really intrigued by what they could mean by that.
yeah. Um after that we get Chris Jericho coming out to do commentary.
Hi guys.
Uh
Hi guys.
he says,
Ooh, yay, more TV time.
yep, more TV time. He says Hook broke the cardinal rule of wrestling when he stole his finisher. And he says, that doesn't work for me, brother. I like that that's his, he
Yeah.
says it every time now. That's cool to me. He calls out Taz for clapping and cheering for Hook like a mark. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson apparently have issued an executive order uh, that says Taz has to leave the commentary desk and his announce duties, and he has to leave the building for the rest of the evening. Uh, Man, and Taz is just shocked. He's always sucking up to Nicholas and Matthew Jackson
Yeah.
Yeah.
too. That's what got me the most.
So I love this because it's so funny to me, the idea of him calling Taz a mark for cheering his own son. I thought
Yeah.
that was so funny, like actually really funny. And then I'll just cut a bit later to the match where he's on commentary. Like Hook was getting pinned and he kicked out. And I think Jericho went, if Hook hadn't raised his shoulder, he would have lost the match. And I think Excalibur was just like, yeah, that's how this works. I thought that was so funny. So you know what? He was actually unironically funny this week.
Good. Yeah, security escorts Taz out of the announce area and out of the building. Then we get Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata. Are they calling him the Joe Dojo or the Joe
The Samoa Joe Do. The Samoa
Samoa?
Joe. This is the Samoa Joe Dojo.
I love it.
Samoa
All right.
Jojo. No, wait, that's the Powerpuff Girls.
Versus the Cage of Agony. Which man, I love the Cage of Agony. I like Brian Cage. I like all three of them. They're great. They're great at losing, when they have to. So I'm okay with it. We got Jericho on commentary. Uh, at one point, Shibata gets isolated until he tags in Hook. Hook takes down Khan and Cage, but takes a gut buster from Khan. Toa Leona pounces Joe somehow. Uh, Shibata takes an F5 from Brian Cage. Hook counters an F5 from Cage into a DDT and tags in Samoa Joe. Joe comes in and cleans house. Samoa Joe gets Leona in the Coquina Clutch. Hook gets Khan in the Red Rum, and Shibata gets Brian Cage in a sleeper. And they win the match. Big Bill and Brian Keith attack Joe, Hook, and Shibata while they're uh, facing Jericho on commentary from behind. Keith apparently isn't injured. He takes his arm thing off. He hits Shibata uh, with a chair while his arm is all wrapped up in a chair. And Bill hits Joe with a chair on the steel steps. And Jericho hits Hook with brass knuckles. Brian Keith pushes a table into the ring, and Hook gets choke slammed through it by Big Bill. And not looking good for Hook.
I thought this
Now,
was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I liked it, man. The freaking learning tree All three of them, they looked like a freaking threat. Like they've switched into this like brutal, violent, and I kind of liked it. I like this segue.
This is what the Devil Dumpling Gang should have done all along. Like, I know they killed the best friends, right? But it's the best friends. It's Rocky Romero. It's Trent Beretta, right? Like, there's no one really that important. But this is Hook and Joe and Shibata. Like, they just spent all this time rebuilding them to the point where it was like three like really cool guys versus three goobers. And so it was like, well, of course the three main event cool guys are gonna win. And so I thought this was a really good leveling the playing field where like it didn't bring Joe and Hook and Shibata down, but it brought Jericho and Brian and Big Bill up.
Yeah.
And especially the like second beat down where they laid into Hook more on like a backstage segment. I thought it was really effective, and I it does make him a threat. And so I would like to see, and I like how Jericho keeps his annoying "Hi guys." I like how he keeps that.
Yeah.
And Big Bill and Brian Keith just kill them, but he still is "Hi guys."
Yeah,
I'm back
and
for my
then
TV time.
you laid him out with brass knucks. Like I feel like they almost kind of adjusted their philosophy on this. Like the heels are like they just seem a little more vicious and brutal. Like Hangman, MJF, like all of it. Like they all just feel like everybody kind of crossed a new line where like stuff just felt a little more real, a little more vicious, and I was like really into it.
As much as we love baby faces and them winning all the time, you know, sometimes you got to build some heels up. And this was a pretty good episode on building some heels up.
Yeah, for sure. The funny thing is, Brian Keith had to relinquish an indie belt because of his injury. So he uh he worked us.
We got work,
Aw.
brother. We got work. We're working ourselves into a shoot.
Yeah. Did you hear about that, Chad?
I did not.
Yeah, he was some champion for some indie promotion for like a long time, like over a year. And
Dang.
he had to sell that arm. He this day and age he couldn't have gone and wrestled the
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
Too many people would have called him out for that. So go him.
Sure, it's also a really convenient way for them to take the title off of not a top, but a big AEW guy without him losing it. You know, they can just like, here you go, here's it back, and he doesn't have to like actually lose it.
Yeah, do the job to Joe jumping jack or whatever that one guy was.
Ricky
Cartwheel Jim or something.
Jack Cartwheel, that was it.
Yeah. They said, all right, you're losing to Jack Cartwheel, and Brian Keith was like, that doesn't work for me, brother. And Jericho was like, hang on, what was that? Where'd you get that?
But yeah, man, this works, man. They've flipped the switch on Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith. Yeah, they're vicious now. I think that is the right direction. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. A little later on, actually. Cool. After that, we get that round one Owen Hart Cup tournament match. Jeff Jarrett versus the wild card. Who is it? Hangman Adam Page, baby. He's got new theme music, which is super awesome. Like it's more dark and like I don't know. A lot of people are comparing it to like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Or like Walking Dead or True Detective.
Yeah, it gave me Anton Chigurh vibes from No Country.
Dude, man, it is perfect.
I liked how in his entrance he was shrouded in darkness for most of it. I thought that was a really nice touch. Like, oh, he's evil now. Ooh. Or at least angry.
Yeah.
He's angry.
Yep. Hangman Page. He overpowers Jeff Jarrett. Adam Page punches and kicks Jeff Jarrett angrily and violently. Jeff Jarrett can't get any offense in for quite a while. Page lariats Jeff Jarrett, then a fall away slam, then power bombs Jeff Jarrett on the apron. then bashes Jeff Jarrett's head into the steel steps. Man, this new demeanor, ooh, motivated, angry, love it. Jeff Jarrett gives Paige the stroke on the apron. We think he's going to have a little comeback here. Jeff Jarrett tries to put the sharpshooter on Paige, but Paige escapes. Then Hangman Page gives Jeff Jarrett the dead eye. The crowd chants, "Whose house? Swerve's house." And Hangman just looks around. He's so mad. Oh my god, that face, man. He's so good at looking mad. Like it's so good. Uh, Page goes for the buckshot lariat, but Double J gets the sharpshooter on him. Page gets to the ropes for a rope break. Adam Page hits the buckshot lariat, but he doesn't cover, but he punches Jeff Jarrett, then gives him another dead eye for the win. Oh my God, dude. He is on another level. Yeah, we needed more bad guys for sure. This is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like because the promo that comes later, I feel like Hangman is kind of on his own island too, like in a good way, not in like the crappy Cody Island way. Not awesome WWE Cody.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I know that Cody versus bad. I know that Cody versus bad.
Because he ain't gonna. It seems like he's not gonna play ball with the elite. He is just gonna mess everybody up. He is his own deal now.
He's an outlaw, or shall I dare say, a Stone Cold Steve Austin, where he's not really face, not really heel. He's gonna do what he wants, and right now he's motivated by beating Swerve, and he hasn't outright said it, but like we know it. We're not idiots. We know.
Well, I am.
No. But yeah, this is a very fun match. I loved all the apron work, the power bomb on the apron, then the stroke on the apron. I loved the sharpshooter spot. God, I wish Jarrett got the win with that. That would have been so
Me
great.
too.
But nah, it's all about Hangman, man. It's all about him progressing. I know I was saying Danielson on Forbidden Door, but that's because we didn't know for sure that Hangman was the wild card. And now that Hangman's the wild card,
game.
oh yeah, I think it's Swerve Hangman main event of Wembley.
Yeah, a case can easily be made for either, and I love it.
Do you two think that Hangman will reclaim his spot as the main character of AEW like he was in the beginning?
Maybe.
He's the main protagonist, man. Yeah, I think he's gonna really, man. I want him to beat Swerve at this point.
No.
At all in.
Nah, Swerve's got to win. Swerve's got to win. This is the big coming out party for Swerve because it'll be the first time he beats Hangman clean.
Yeah, I mean he has beat him twice already. Like
those were dirty. That was that was the whole build to the Hangman Page Swerve round 3. Was Hangman was like, "Oh, you've never beaten me clean," Wrestle Dream. I think he hit him with the crown, and then at Full Gear, Brian Cage just straight up came out and F5'd him, right? So like, it wasn't clean, and then it was the tie. So now this will be the big final Swerve wins, hurrah!
Cool.
Hopefully,
yeah, that works. That works for me, brother.
Oh, he said the thing.
Said it. Biggest Jericho mark in the house.
Yeah. After that, we get Hook getting medical attention, but he gets attacked by Big Bill and Brian Keith and Jericho. Jericho shoots a fireball in his eyes, and Hook is screaming, "My eyes, my eyes!" So, yeah, he'll probably be maybe off TV. Hopefully, he sells that for a week, maybe 2. And then comes back and challenges Jericho for an all-in FTW title match.
Yeah,
an Inferno match.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, damn. Okay. Okay. Damn, Chad.
I don't know why I said that.
That's it's scary.
Good
But
call,
yeah,
though.
let's do it. Cool. After that, we get a backstage Hangman Page promo / interview. The Bucks walk up, they congratulate Hangman and say he should thank them. Matthew asks Page if he'll be their fifth man brother in the blood and guts match. Page grabs Matthew and says, "You listen to me. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not your puppet anymore. I'm not the Elites man anymore. I don't need any more of your bullshit games. I'm in the Owen Hart Cup tournament and I'm going to win the Owen Hart Cup tournament." And then he shoves Nicholas away and walks off. Dude. He's scary.
Yeah, that was an excellent minute 30-second long promo. It was short, sweet, straight to the point. Just I'm in the Owen. I'm focusing on the Owen. I'm gonna win the Owen. And then I liked how the Young Bucks got to be like, well, whatever. And the other one was like, cut it. This is embarrassing. So I like how you got the really serious, intense Hangman promo, and then the Bucks were still goofy, like, shut it off, shut it off.
Yeah, man. So he quit the Elite, man. It doesn't matter that they suspended him or brought him back. He's done. F the Elite.
Yeah.
He's his own man. Oh, yeah, this is good, man. He's definitely whole nother level. I am really happy about it.
Yeah.
Like there was some talk out there about like Hangman coming back and being the insecure cowboy and lose right off the bat and slump down in his alcoholic depression and all that. But no, 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 no. He is something else, man.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, hell yeah. AEW's cooking. Let's see. All right, we're at the main event already. International title match. Will Ospreay defending against our boy Danny Garcia. We're gonna see a lot of him in 2024.
We did. We are.
We are. We got MJF in Garcia's corner.
Nothing will go wrong with that, right? Like,
Nah, he was
No.
fine.
he's just supporting his friend.
Yeah, hit friendship. Ospreay chops Garcia off his feet. MJF gives Garcia words of encouragement. MJF checks on Garcia and gets face to face with Ospreay. Danny absorbs chops from Ospreay, gives Ospreay 2 neck breakers, a DDT, then a third neck breaker. He covers for 2. Let's see. Ospreay kicks Daniel Garcia with Kawada kicks and wants Daniel Garcia to take a shot at him with a Kawada kick. But Daniel Garcia just dances his junk on Ospreay's head. Garcia counters a Stormbreaker with a Tombstone pile driver. That was freaking awesome.
Yep.
Ospreay hits Styles Clash on Danny. Danny kicks out. Garcia counters a hidden blade into a sleeper, then a guillotine. Ospreay gets free. Garcia counters an Oz cutter with a pile driver. Covers for 2.999. Ospreay kicks out. MJF gives Garcia his Dynamite diamond ring. Ooh. Garcia kind of thinks about it. He takes it, but he won't do it. He hands it back to MJF. Ospreay takes advantage of Garcia turning away and hits him with a hidden blade out of nowhere for the win. MJF is not happy. Garcia is crying in the corner. Ospreay gives him words of encouragement. Ospreay ends up walking away. MJF takes the blame for what happened and helps Garcia up. He hugs him and then kicks him in the balls. MJF goes to hit him with his Dynamite diamond ring, but Daddy Magic runs out and he gets hit with the ring instead. Then MJF ends up hitting Garcia with the ring. Garcia's bleeding everywhere. That had to be the hard way, right?
Uh-huh. I think
Oh,
so. He nailed him with that ring.
Yeah.
Like, nailed him.
yeah, full connection. He just keeps punching Garcia on the mat. He says, uh, I love this. Did I restore the feeling? Did I restore the feeling?
Yeah.
Daddy Magic is bleeding all over the place. MJF then gives Garcia a pile driver off the top rope. Ospreay runs out and chases off MJF. MJF walks to the crowd and he ends up slapping the phone out of a fan's hand. He pushes another fan and then he dumps trash on a lady and it looks like her boyfriend or something. Dude, he is pissed.
Was it the
Gets
guy who
in
got
his
like
face.
face to face with him? Oh, that
Yep,
was so funny.
dude, he was so mad. And then Danny gets taken out on a stretcher, dude. Oh my god. Whew, this had it all, dude.
Yeah.
Had it all. So
Yeah.
we got a great match. Daniel Garcia held his own against Will Ospreay the best he could. He had some great counters. He's no Will Ospreay. We can admit that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll agree with
Nobody
that.
is.
Yeah.
but man, he held his own. It was a really great match. I didn't think he was gonna win.
I
would have
let
been
myself
cool.
buy into the idea. I was like, after that match he had against Swerve, I was like, this is his night. And some of those near falls I bought in on.
Yeah, the whole he promises on his mother's life thing. I was like, "Ooh, he better not
Ooh,
lose."
she did.
But then MJF doing what he did, good lord, man, he is gonna be hated. He's gonna be booed out of the building, just like the old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that went. We've got a really dastardly heel now, and I can't wait to see what evil things he's gonna do next.
Mhm. I thought this was great booking from beginning to end. I was a little confused when Osprey lost. Like, obviously, it's to make Swerve look good, but I was like, like, do we really want to tell the Osprey pity tour story before All In? Like, is that what we want? But they didn't do that because Osprey was humbled, but he's still Will Osprey. He's still able to
Yeah.
pull out a great match. He's still able to win. And again, Danny Garcia lost because of MJF. Like, MJF distracted him. And I loved the ending where he was giving it back and MJF was like, all right, that's fine, whatever. And he turns around, boom, hidden blade.
Oh.
Like, immediately, he killed him with it. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, yeah. Like, if anyone got hit with that hidden blade in particular, they'd be done. So,
Yeah.
as a big Daniel Garcia fan, I was completely fine with this. The only slight little nugget of hesitation I have is the nugget I always have, which is this the last we'll see of Garcia for months? And when he comes back, will it be to attack MJF or will it be just, he's back in the lower mid card. He's going to wrestle 7 squash matches and then he gets his title shot.
I think he comes back and he's like, you offered me a match at All In. We're doing this.
Yeah, that's what I really
And now
hope
that
for.
has some serious heat.
Yeah, I think and then the MJF turn was excellent. It's coming, but yeah, I'm really intrigued. I think there's only 2 things that we know about for Collision. It's that MJF kicks off the show and it's Hangman versus Jay White for the semifinals in the other half of Owen Hart.
Ooh, that can be competitive, or is Jay White just gonna get messed up?
I hope it's competitive. Jay White's good.
Yeah.
You know what I want? I want Hangman to be the first person to kick out of the Blade Runner out of pure anger.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because I don't think anyone's kicked out of it.
No.
In,
And like at one, like almost no sell it.
And he just gets up and he starts beating the crap out of him. Like, you thought you could beat me? What the fuck do you think? And so then we're like, what's this Hangman made out of? And then he just like He kills Bryan Danielson in the final. Oh, I like Hangman so much. And then Swerve beats him. Please, please.
Oh man, I am so excited for what is coming down the turnpike, man. Oh, yeah, this is going to be okay. They've got me so much hope for this summer, this fall.
I'm not super jazzed for Blood and Guts, but I'm super jazzed for
No.
All In, I'd say. I
Yeah.
think All In, they're starting to build quite nicely because you got either Swerve and Danielson or Swerve and Hangman. Either way, that's a good match. You got MJF and Daniel Garcia, or I kind of think they'll do a triple threat with Osprey, honestly,
Ooh,
That's the best
I'm into that.
bet.
for that title because Osprey's been dealing with MJF for a while now, so or like at least interacting with him for a while now. So why wouldn't you kind of all throw them together? Because then if not, then what does Osprey do it all in? Because he's still, I'd say he's the most over guy on the roster.
Oh yeah, hands
So
down.
you got to do something with him, something
Yeah.
big, especially if he has a title.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be Osprey Jericho too.
Yeah. Duh.
Well, actually, Osprey says he wants to retire Billy Gunn at Wembley. So what if that's it?
That'd be funny.
It's Billy Gunn's retirement match, and it's Osprey. That's what he wants.
Oh.
I want to see
Yeah,
him
we're-
get Billy up for a Tiger Driver,
Oh, kill the poor man. He's 60.
please.
He's
Oh man.
60. Don't kill Billy Gunn.
Yeah, don't do it. But yeah, we're gonna get Monet, Britt Baker,
Oh, yeah.
probably the acclaimed in the Bucks, probably
Brian Pillman
Willow
with
and
Storm.
Statlander, Willow. Yeah, this is gonna be an excellent pay-per-view. Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, it's not too
nothing
far away.
nothing has been officially announced. I mean, we know that the world champ will face the winners of the Owen Hart Cup, but nothing's been formally announced. But we at least it's the episode after the pay-per-view that leads into the next pay-per-view, and there's 6 weeks of time, and we already know 7 matches. That's pretty kick-ass. That never really happens.
Nope. It's gonna be a great build. Gonna get people more invested in it. Gonna get more people to buy tickets and order that puppy. Yeah, I gotta remember to take off work the whole day because that thing's at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking great episode. Good Lord. Yeah, Collision. I'm hoping that will be half as good as this. Even if it is, that'll be really good. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I hope they have a really important women's match for that show. Really important.
Yeah, I don't know what would be more important than Mariah May and Hikaru Shida. But
I don't know. What if it's a title? Oh, wait, no, I do know what it is. They did announce it, but in the middle of the show, it's Tony Storm versus Trish Adora.
Oh, okay.
yes. Yeah. Me and Chad saw her live at Prestige.
Yeah.
She's good. She's real good.
Mm-hmm.
I like Queen Aminata a little better.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And let's see. Kind of like Robin Renegade a lot too. She's been growing on me.
Lady Frost too.
Lady Frost, yeah.
She's really good.
Yeah, apparently I think Lady Frost had a match against Stephanie Vaquer on the Collision before Forbidden Door.
Oh, did she win?
I did.
Yeah, she went on to pin the NJPW Women's Strong Champion, so she technically has #1 contender to Monet. Britt Baker, move aside. It's Monet versus Lady Frost at All In.
Yeah. Man, I really hope Stephanie Vaquer shows up more. Maybe she can team with Britt Baker in some kind of tag match. Maybe Monet and Saraya.
Yeah.
That would be
versus
fun.
Britt Baker and Becker.
That'd be cool. I think Becker's not gonna be with AEW again until the next Forbidden Door, unless she signs somehow. But I don't think she'll be back.
I think they'd be moronic if they didn't try to sign her up.
I would agree, but they don't always make the best decisions, you know?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Great episode. I really liked it. Really liked reviewing it too and
Yeah.
running it back. It was really exciting to review. Even Jericho was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that aggressive, like brutal demeanor of his group, and I think we'll be all right. Cool. I got something that everyone out there should really do for us. Pac did it in his match against Bryan Danielson twice. This time, climb the barricade, everyone out there. Get that elbow ready and elbow drop that like button.
Right through the announce table.
Yeah. And I'm going to change it up here. And Dr. Bomb that subscribe button. And leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. Yeah, we want to hear from you. And something about a far off land over the rainbow called the Audio Realm.
Yeah. So if you would rather listen to us while you drive or maybe as you go to sleep, you can listen to us on the Audio Realm in podcast form, where all major audio podcasts are found, such as Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Podbean, and do I got other ones? I don't know.
All the others. Just all the others.
If you look us up and we're not on there, leave us a comment down below, and I will try to get us added to that.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. If that's everything, gentlemen, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chandler.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Real fun episode. I got really high hopes for AEW moving forward. This is really fun.
Yeah.
But cool, yeah. I guess I will do the thing.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye.